is yours, the world is yours.
Yo, what's good everyone, it's Leak, and I'm back at it again with another reaction video. My man Schmuckles, and he thinks that Springtrap should be in DBD. Now, I know Springtrap already got that killer potential to be in DBD, like lore-wise, but I always wonder, like I said, like I mentioned in a short, I always wonder how his power would be like. I feel like that's the main thing that would really like stir up why Springtrap should be in the game, you know what I'm trying to say? Like that's the most curious thing when it comes to any type of license. It's like, what are these killers gonna do? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, how can you incorporate what the killers do in the movies or the games into a game like DBD? You know what I'm trying to say? So, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Welcome back into the Killer Potential series. Springtrap is one of the most iconic animatronics
Yes,
in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Today we're going to talk about why he should be a killer in DBD. We have 26 killers in Dead by Daylight. Some have the ability to teleport like Demogorgon, others even have a jump scare like the Hag. How would Springtrap play in DBD?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like Ghostface or
Is he just like You have the same question, bro.
Would he have a jump scare attack like Pig? Or would he have some sort of increased movement speed frenzy ability like Legion? There's so many directions this power could be taken because of how complex the character is. Now,
I know I'm posting a video a lot because I like to like mention my thoughts, but if anything, like say if his power has nothing to do with stealth at all, I feel like his perks might will mention stealth. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know how in Silent Hill 2, most of the time when Pyramid Head be appearing out of nowhere just trying to get you, like Trail of Torment, you become undetectable. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they incorporate those little stuff into the killer if the killer's power doesn't have to deal with like being undetectable, for example, or anything like that. But
there are a lot of criticisms on why Springtrap wouldn't make sense in DBD. We'll address these arguments, and from there we'll talk about the potential that Springtrap has if he were to set foot in the entity's realm. Quick reminder, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this.
Yep.
I also do stream on Twitch, the link is in the description below. Now, a lot of people don't think that Springtrap would fit into Dead by Daylight because there's a lot of criticism that FNAF is a video game for kids. Some people feel unsure if Behavior or Matthew Cote would go for a license like this.
And
is it really for kids? Or did it just attract most of the attention from kids? You know what I'm trying to say? Because adults played it, teens play it. Like, it's not really a kid's game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a horror game. You know what I'm trying to say? It could be a horror game for kids, but I don't think that's the case.
We try very hard not to do silly, because silly sort of goes against horror. It's not a hard, fast rule, but we try to stray away from that.
The story takes place in a pizzeria and animatronics.
I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's really silly though.
The similarities between the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria and,
because when you think about it, that's like, isn't that like saying Chucky shouldn't be in the game then? Because like Chucky is a doll, but Springtrap is like animatronic, so it's kind of like, you know what I'm trying to say? It kind of has that same type of vibe to it. Like, I would take Springtrap more serious than I would Chucky in the first place. One, Springtrap is way bigger. Two, he's an animatronic, and Chucky's just a doll. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to bash on Chucky. I hope Chucky makes it to the game somehow, but I'm just like, isn't Chucky pretty silly too? But horror is horror. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Chuck E. Cheese are undeniable.
Five Nights at Freddy's horror regardless.
Chuck E. Cheese is for kids. However, the backstory of FNAF goes into extremely dark areas, like murdering children, which is not a story for kids. Yet somehow FNAF is recommended for kids 12 and up. The lore of FNAF is kind of a special case. It's an adult story that's expressed in a way that is suitable for kids to see. Polls have shown that the average age of the FNAF player base is 12 to 17. When Drowsy did a poll for his DBD YouTube channel, he found the majority of DBD players are 13 to 18. So what's the argument? That DBD and FNAF are too different in age range? I think that the conclusion from this data should be that just because a large percentage of the fanbase for DBD and FNAF are kids, doesn't mean it can't be enjoyed by adults. If anything, the data is showing that the age ranges line up perfectly. I think that FNAF being a game just for kids is a misconception on Twitter. The average age of Twitter users is 25 to 34. This is across all of Twitter. The average age of—
plus it opens many doors as well, but
DBD and FNAF Twitter users might be lower. But nonetheless, DBD fans who are adults arguing with FNAF fans who are adults are not realizing that based on the data, both games have kids in the player base and can still be enjoyed by adults. In fact, this is true for most video games. The first FNAF was released 8 years ago in 2014. At that time, the average FNAF player was 12 years old. So all those kids are now 20 years old. A FNAF chapter in DBD would be special because we'd combine a gruesome backstory with DBD's game of cat and mouse. Most importantly, there would be nostalgia for old FNAF players who are now adults, and incentive for them to come try Dead by Daylight. The lore of FNAF is darker than most of the DBD licenses to date, and I think that this is where a giant piece of misunderstanding—
and I say it once, I say it again. If we have a killer like Trickster in Dead by Daylight, Anything is possible, bro. End of story.
Is.
I don't even want to hear nothing, bro.
Like, enjoyed by
come on now.
Might not entirely understand
I don't want to hear
FNAF
nothing.
and the potential for Springtrap and DBD. In order to understand what kind of power Springtrap could bring, we must first understand his backstory. You see, the mystery of Springtrap's lore is a product of a dark backstory that has been pieced together through a series of vague minigames. The story begins in Fredbear's Family Diner. This was the first establishment opened by Henry Emily and his business partner William Afton sometime before 1983. According to the phone guy in FNAF 2, the restaurant was presumably a local family restaurant before it was closed under mysterious circumstances. This was the first location in which the mysterious purple guy murders his first victim. We witnessed this murder in the Take Cake minigames in FNAF 2. A lot of theories out there believe that this is the first restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, since the minigame takes place in a small enclosed area, and the only animatronic we see is Freddy. In this cutscene, we witness the purple guy murder a child in front of the diner. The purple guy is later revealed to be none other than William Afton.
Exactly.
Using hidden newspaper clippings and minigames, it is heavily implied that several children were killed at one of the restaurants, and had their bodies hidden inside of animatronics backstage. In FNAF 2, we see Foxy running past a smiling purple guy, and walk into a room with 5 lifeless children. In one of the FNAF 2 minigames, the puppet gives life to 4 small figures that resemble dead children. From the newspaper articles, we know that William Afton jumped into the Spring Bonnie suit and lured these children into the back and killed them. In this cutscene, we see the puppet bringing the children back to life by giving them animatronic suits. In the FNAF 3 minigames, we see the purple guy taking apart the animatronic suits one at a time. In doing so, he's freeing the spirits of the children inside the suits. The spirits confront the purple guy and scare him into jumping into the Spring Bonnie suit. Since it's raining and water is leaking into the room, the suit spring locks on William, crushing him. Now, there are a lot of different theories on exactly how this went down. Some theories say that William died that day, and his soul lives in the Spring Bonnie suit. However, in the minigame, if you look closely, it never shows William dying. So it seems likely that William is still alive.
I never saw that before. What the hell? That was dark as hell. But this is for kids? Like, come on, let's be real here, dude. Look how dark this is.
His zombified corpse, now tangled up in the mechanics of an animatronic rabbit, lives to haunt the player as an animatronic named Springtrap. The reason Springtrap is so iconic in the Five Nights at Freddy's series is because he's the murderer of the series. All the others in the FNAF franchise are either humans or possessed robots, but Springtrap is a zombie serial killer. A lot of FNAF players like Springtrap because of his design, lore, and face. The idea of man and machine combo is not unique, but the way how this abomination was created and what he ended up looking like is pretty intimidating. The rusted old suit, that evil smile, and then you look harder and notice the remains. Muscles, blood vessels around the metallic parts of the suit, and of course the skull with wide open eyes and a few teeth remaining. William Afton's endoskeleton is visible inside of the Springtrap suit. Springtrap, as well as other animatronics in FNAF, excel in their ability to move around the map without being detected. Oftentimes the security guard is jump scared by Springtrap peeking around corners, or simply Springtrap standing there menacingly watching them. If Springtrap was brought into DBD, his power could be capitalizing on his stealth ability. He, like the spirit, could be considered a ranged killer. Therefore, his base movement speed would be 110% movement speed and his terror radius would be 24 meters. Springtrap can stalk survivors, and as he's doing so, he's undetected.
The only problem with that, about the whole 110% movement speed thing, is that when you really think about it, there's not one licensed killer that's 4.4 ms. None. Think about it.
And gains charge for his special ability Jump Scare. Once fully charged, Springtrap can activate his special attack instantly.
I mean, it's first time for everything, but hey,
music starts for survivors within his terror radius. Springtrap screams and survivors within his terror radius are jump scared by hallucination. And Springtrap is able to move at 130% movement speed for the duration of his ability. He would excel in chases and hunting down his prey just as he does in FNAF 3. He also has a special enemy. Springtrap spawns with 2 AI helpers roaming the map.
Yo, yes, that would be dope. Yes,
the 2 bots spawn randomly as one of the 4 animatronics from Security Breach. But through the in-game store, players can purchase the original Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, or Freddy. The entity is possessed and brainwashed these animatronics into thinking that the survivors are in league with William Afton, bringing in a variety of characters from the FNAF franchise,
that would be fire.
People who play a Springtrap to have a more customized.
That would be fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That would be sick.
Skins, Springtrap could also have skins of different versions of Springtrap, from sister locations.
Yeah, got the skins. Come on now.
A blighted skin that looks similar to the flaming Springtrap from Special Delivery. So Springtrap would have a jump scare ability and excel in.
I don't know about about the blighted thing, but
chases, as well as passive gen pressure through the
Why
FNAF
not?
animatronics. It combines a lot of the powers that we see with Michael Myers, Pig, Legion, Doctor, and Nemesis.
My fault.
His Mori would
I
be
didn't know.
simple and terrifying. Springtrap grabs the survivor
That
by
was
the
the-
neck
yeah,
and
that
channels
Mori
the
is pretty
soul resurrection
unique.
energy with his fist. He
Yeah.
throws a spring body suit on the survivor and hits them to the ground. The suit spring locks on
That-
the survivor
yeah,
and the
I
soul
like
is
that
taken by
Mori.
the entity. Behavior could also bring in Springtrap voice lines. There's a variety of different ones throughout the FNAF games that would be really cool to see in DBD.
I was thinking of his Mori being something like a voice line, not voice line, something like a jump scare too, but I don't know how that would play out. I don't know.
Fear in your breath. And see how many times you can be pulled apart and put back together again. It is time. You will not be spared. You will not be saved.
Am I the only one who doesn't like him talking? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna catch you, bro. Like, if he's just quiet, I would appreciate that. I mean, if they go all out, they go all out. Listen, but I don't know, bro. I don't really find him intimidating and talking. I feel like he should, when he's just silent and just chasing you, that would be different. Like, I don't know.
Claim what is left of you.
I know that's like a major part of his character, but like, I don't really like feel him talking like that. I'm not gonna catch you.
Suffer like so many of the others. You will fear me.
You see what I mean? Like,
And now you are mine. Got you.
In FNAF, the game's setting varies from game to game, but the premise between them remains the same. You looking for
see, like a character like Pinhead and Candyman, like those would be different. Cause I already know Candyman's eventually gonna come in the game. I'll hope so, but like characters like Pinhead and Candyman, they different because like they talk a lot, one, and plus two, it mainly like it just fits like wow. I feel like animatronic talking in the game. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that, but.
Eyes of the game's protagonist must stay alive for 5 or 6 days, against an onslaught of animatronics who want your blood. Most of the games revolve around a restaurant or some other variation of a satanic Chuck E. Cheese style venue. The new map that would make the most sense would be the Megaplex from Security Breach. There's a main room in the Pizzaplex that looks similar to the Raccoon City Police Department. This map offers a lot of areas for loops, pallets, and generators. This way, a FNAF chapter in DVD would offer a nice preview of the FNAF franchise.
Yeah, I was about to say there probably might be people in the comment section saying, oh, that wouldn't make sense, they would just do like a pizzeria, something like that as a map. They could always switch stuff up, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm only saying this because I be looking at comment sections of other videos, how people say, oh, if how you gonna add a certain killer or a survivor if it wouldn't come with that map, you know what I'm trying to say. They could always switch things up. Look at Silent Hill, look at Resident Evil, you know what I'm trying to say. Like they could always switch stuff up.
Springtrap from FNAF 3, animatronics from FNAF 1, and the Megaplex from Security Breach. Most people are thinking that Springtrap would come to DVD as a paragraph, meaning no survivor. If a survivor were to come into the game, I'd imagine it'd be the main antagonist of the FNAF series, Michael Afton, a physically and emotionally tormented young man trying to undo the
the main issues about these is that I feel like, what if, like, according to the creators of like these characters, I'm only saying this because I'm talking in general, cause I know people who wanted Ethan in the game from Resident Evil Village and Biohazard. I know they wanted Ethan in the game. They want the Miles Upshur from Outlast in the game. They want Michael Afton in the game, but the thing is, like, it's first person, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we might know how some of these characters look like, but we don't really know if the devs is really comfortable just giving behavior that right to just release the whole character in third person and make you actually play as them in third person, you know what I'm trying to say? It's not like if you play as a survivor first person, that's like the difference in my opinion, at least.
In the pizza parlors he owned. Adding FNAF to DVD would bring new demographics of players.
But I feel like anything is possible anyways.
We'll definitely post videos if there's any Springtrap news or DVD speculations that come out. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other killers you'd like me to talk about. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.
Springtrap and DVD, do I think he's likely to happen in the game? Yeah. Do I think he's gonna come to the game anytime soon? Probably not. I feel like it might take a minute with these devs. I don't know. Only because I feel like behavior might have a feeling that the chapter might do successful. I feel like they 50-50 about it. They feel it might do successful because of how many people want in the game, but then the other percent is I don't think they will actually want in the game because of the fact that they think that people might not take it as serious. But my thing is like, you can't give this community nothing, bro. Like, look at Pinhead, a serious type character, and look, when he talks in the game, he automatically became a meme at launch at P2P. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's like, do you really take any type of character seriously in general? So you could, I feel like Springtrap fits right in the game, honestly. Just put him in the game. I have a feeling it will do successful because of how many people already want him in the game. But I don't know, leave me your thoughts. Anyways, I love y'all, take care. Show my boy Schmuckles some love by clicking on the link below to his video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.
To the beat, y'all. Check it out. Come on. 1, 2, y'all. What you gonna do?